In the modern world, speed is worshipped as a virtue. We pride ourselves on snap judgments, instant replies, and the ability to pivot in a heartbeat. But in the shadow of the monoliths, the architects of the Nile viewed haste not as efficiency, but as a form of mental poverty. They understood a truth we have forgotten. A rushed mind is a shallow mind. This is the philosophy of the long vision. When a pharaoh faced a crisis, they did not retreat into a boardroom of shouting advisors. They retreated into the temple of the heart. They understood that the conscious, logical mind is like the surface of the river, turbulent, reactive, and easily clouded by the winds of emotion. To find a true solution, one must dive beneath the surface to the sacred intuition. This wasn't just mystical waiting. It was a deliberate biological process. The ancients practiced a technique called incubation. Before a major decision was finalized, the leader would enter a state of sensory deprivation. By silencing the eyes and the ears, they forced the brain to shift from the beta state of active stress to the alpha and theta states of deep integration. They understood that the subconscious mind can process millions of data points per second, while the logical mind can only handle 7. By refusing to rush, they allowed the silt of the ego to settle. They waited for the moment of Ma, at the point of perfect equilibrium, where the heart and the intellect align. In our world, we make decisions based on the next quarter, the next week, or the next hour. The Egyptians made decisions based on the next 1,000 years. They built structures that defied time because they used a thought process that existed outside of it. When you rush decisions, you are a slave to the now. When you master the slow intuition, you become a master of the forever. The modern problem of decision fatigue is not caused by having too many choices. It is caused by trying to make those choices while the mental silt is still swirling. We are obsessed with optimization, but we are optimizing for the wrong metric, time. The Egyptians optimized for order. If your life feels chaotic, it is likely because you are reacting to the world instead of commanding it. The next time you are pressured to give an answer, remember the stone. The stone does not hurry, yet it outlasts the storm. True power is the ability to sit in the silence until the truth reveals itself. The practice of slow intuition requires 3 specific filters. First, the filter of the ancestors. Will this decision still matter in 3 generations? Second, the filter of the stars. Is this action in alignment with the natural laws of the universe, or is it a shortcut that will eventually collapse? Third, the filter of the scale. Does this weigh more or less than a feather on the scale of your own integrity? If you cannot answer these questions instantly, it is because you are still in the beta state. You must retreat. You must incubate it, must wait for the internal fire to consume the distractions until only the gold remains. The elite of history were not faster than you. They were deeper than you. They didn't have better tools. They had a better inner architecture to rebuild your life. You must stop trying to speed up the river and start learning how to sit at the bottom where the current cannot touch you. Slow the pulse, command the timeline. Subscribe to Pharaoh Phoenix for more ancient wisdom.